Thanks for tuning into the BoshNRoll channel. Liking the video and subscribing to the channel are free and easy for you, and they help me out a lot. If you want to go further with your support, Patreon and YouTube membership offer access to the BoshNRoll Discord community, early access to lists, written content, things like that. You can have me play your deck on the channel, and the highest tiers come with individual coaching sessions. If you use YouTube membership, you also get sweet badges and emotes integrated here into YouTube. You can support the channel while you shop at tcgplayer.com by using my affiliate link in the video description, and you can play any deck anytime by using a cardhoarder.com loan account on Magic Online. If you want to wear your support, check out the merch store. And of course, thanks for being here. Now let's go play some Magic. Welcome back to a very special episode of the BoshNRoll channel. Today I am playing, for the third time, Legacy Teferi Vacation Fit. The reason this is so special, this was one of the first brew challenges I ever took on for the channel. It was in December of 2020, so a full year ago at this point, almost exactly. This video is going to come out like 5 days after the actual birthday, but it's been a full year since I recorded this video. Patreon subscriber Achija came up with the original idea. Thank you, Achija, for your continued support. A year later, you're still in the Patreon, still submitting decks for me to play. I love it. This deck was the first deck, or the first video on this channel to hit 20,000 views. It was a giant milestone at the time. It's still a pretty big milestone now. That's still a really good video, even with my success and growth a year later. And more personally, this deck was really the first time I was able to flex on an idea, which that I'm not trying to sound braggy. It was just like I was emerging from the like playing the best decks space and recording with the best decks into brewing, and can I take on brew challenges? Are donation decks and like brew challenges going to be part of my model moving forward for the channel? And this was a resounding yes, because the list that Achija originally sent me was blue-white. It played Chronotog Totem. It was frankly not even close to playable. Sorry, Achija. You know it's true. But like the combo didn't work. It was too easy to disrupt. And I just pivoted off of blue-white into Abzan, and it became Nic Fit instead of Control. Like, forget about Force of Will. Forget about that. We're playing Thoughtseize. We're playing Veil of Summer. And it just became a totally different thing, and it worked. And it was really exciting. And then Achija had me update it again with lessons learned a few months later. And that's where this became a Academy Rector human deck. Like the 4X Cavern of Souls, you name human, which gets Veteran Explorer, Grand Abolisher, and Academy Rector. And the Rector angle let us add Overwhelming Splendor and Sandworm Convergence to the deck, which gives you a plan when your combo's not going to work. And this is just a product of multiple iterations now. This list is only slightly different than the last list I played, but the format is very different, because the last time I played this deck, Oko and Dreadhorde Arcanist were cards you could play. We are in a totally different world now. All that sentimental mess out of the way. Let's talk about what this deck actually does. If you weren't here for the first two trips on Teferi's Vacation, here's what we're trying to do. Lethal Vapors. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, destroy it. 0. Destroy Lethal Vapors. Skip your next turn. Any player may play this ability. Lethal Vapors, if you pay 0 and hold priority and pay 0 and do that 100 or so times, then you skip your next 100 turns. If you resolve Teferi's Protection, after you do that, until your next turn, so 100 turns from now, your life total can't change, and you gain protection from everything. All permanents you control phase out. Basically what happens is all of your stuff and you go away, and your opponent has to play 100 turns by themselves. They can't deal damage to you, they can't target you with anything, and they can't destroy any of your permanents, and they just have to figure out how to survive 100 turns in isolation or win the game somehow without targeting you or touching you with anything. Which is, for the record, not something most decks can do. There are some situations where this combo is not lethal. Haha, Lethal Vapors. The combo doesn't work. And the two major pieces of the metagame where this is a problem are the Green Sun Zenith deck that's extremely popular right now, the Blue Zenith deck, you can play Zenith for 0. Like, over the course of the 100 turns you get to take, you could put all of your creatures into play, have a giant lethal attack just rolled up ready to go, and then cast Zenith for 0 every turn. And at the end of the adventure, you have all your lands in play, all your creatures in play, all your planeswalkers in play. Your hand is whatever your 7 perfect spells are, and your deck is 4 Green Sun Zeniths. And that works for any Zenith deck. This combo doesn't beat a Zenith deck. Also, this combo doesn't stop your opponent from winning the game, which means that Thassa's Oracle decks, namely Doomsday and Upsal spells, are going to be tough matchups because you basically just give them infinite time to set up their combo. Those are the 2 places where the Teferi Vacation combo really fails. But those are places where being an Academy Rector deck with Sandworm Convergence and Overwhelming Splendor are really good. Overwhelming Splendor lines up naturally phenomenally against both Thassa's Oracle and Green Sun Zenith, because this makes all of your opponent's creatures 1/1s with no abilities. So Green Sun Zenith for Primeval Titan, nice 1/1. Thassa's Oracle, nice 1/1. The Overwhelming Splendor overlays pretty perfectly over the things where the main combo is bad. Sandworm Convergence, really good against Delver or any other creature kind of deck. Creatures with flying can't attack you or planeswalkers you control. That's basically the whole Delver deck, except for Ragavan. And good luck connecting with Ragavan through my Veteran Explorer. We can trade off Monkey for Human, and I ramp 2 lands, and you don't, because you don't have any basics. Basics are at an all-time low in Legacy right now. So Veteran Explorer will frequently be one-sided. And Grand Abolisher is the real secret sauce in this deck that really tied together the second version where the first version was lacking. One part of this combo that's really important is that both players can activate this ability, which means that if you activate Lethal Vapors 100 times, your opponent can activate it 100 times in response, and then all the turns cancel each other out. In real life, the way that the rules work is that if something were to go back and forth infinitely and cancel each other out, if 2 players can take actions that cancel each other out infinitely, the active player has to choose to do something different first. So, like, if we both have Murderous Redcap and Kitchen Finks, Viscera Seer, Malira combo in play, and you say, I'll deal infinite to you, and I say, I'll gain infinite in response, the active player is going to lose that war because they have to pick something different first. In the case of Lethal Vapors, if you're playing this deck in paper, if you go to Lethal Vapors on your own turn, your opponent, you say, I'll activate it 1,000 times, opponent says, I'll activate it 1,000 times, and you, as the active player, need to take a different action first, so you have to stop activating the Vapors, and your opponent gets to win that fight. However, if you pass the turn, and Teferi's Protection is an instant, then your opponent is the active player, and they have to make a different choice first. So you do get to win the fight over the Lethal Vapors. On Magic Online, that doesn't work because the chess clock is how those sort of things are determined. There is no policy procedure for that because you can't declare infinite on Magic Online. You have to click through it. So to mitigate this, and I think it's just the right way to build the deck, Grand Abolisher, during your turn, opponents can't cast spells or activate abilities of artifact, creatures, or enchantments. This makes it so you know your protection's going to resolve, and it means that they can't activate your Lethal Vapors because they can't activate abilities of enchantments on your turn. Grand Abolisher is the perfect piece to stop the weirdness of this deck and to make sure the combo works. Overwhelming Splendor also says enchanted player can't activate abilities that aren't mana abilities or loyalty abilities. So if you find yourself in a position where Overwhelming Splendor is in play, and you're somehow still playing the game, and then you decide to Vapors combo, then your opponent also can't activate through Splendor, though I imagine if Splendor's in play, you're already winning. The sideboard is a bunch of stuff for fair matchups and a bunch of stuff for combo. Like, we have the Macabre and Surgical Extraction and Mindbreak Trap. Like, we're really heavy on 0 mana interaction because this is a non-blue deck for one, so you need to survive turn 0 against these broken Oops All Spells, Reanimator kind of decks. It's also important that they cost 0 because with Teferi's Protection, your hand doesn't go anywhere, but all your permanents do. Like, you can't hold up Veil of Summer once you're in Teferi's Protection, but you can hold up Surgical, Fairy Macabre, and Mindbreak Trap. So that's what I've gone with there. Shifting Ceratops is for the pivot. This is just a giant animal against Delver decks. It's a way that you can challenge the board against the Zenith deck. Like, you do need to find another way to win against the Oracle and Zenith decks that the combo doesn't work against. And then just a bunch of Assassin's Trophies and Abrupt Decays to keep us alive until we can combo. The previous build of this deck had some City of Solitudes in it, which looks like it's really smart on the surface, but actually sucks. And that was the lesson. That's the deck building change from the last one to this one. Okay, I think I have waxed poetic about this deck enough. You know what it does. You know the history. Thank you all for watching. It's been a really big year for this channel and for me personally. And I'm excited to revisit one of the decks that kicked it all off. Thank you, Achija. Thank you all for being here. Let's go play some Magic. I'm on the play in round 1. No Disruption, no Veteran Explorer, but I am going to keep this turn 2 Sylvan Library, and I have Protection. Halfway to my combo, and Deed is pretty good at buying time. Wow, my opponent said that they just installed Moto to learn how to play Magic Online because of my videos. That's insane. What? I hope that when they're watching this later, they realize that how special that is to hear based on the context of the video and everything I just laid out about how it's been such a big year and how this deck was one of the first that kicked it off and everything. Like, warms my cold heart. Uh-oh, a Badlands. Whatever they're doing, my deck is pretty bad against Badlands in game 1. I'm going to play on basic lands, even though I don't think I have to. Sylvan Library action. They didn't entomb in the end step. Okay, Mox Opal. This is not any of the Badlands decks I would normally be concerned about. I wonder if this is some sort of painter strategy. That seems pretty likely, actually. Okay, we have produced 2 more lands. Top. I'm going to fetch a basic swamp and put this Pernicious Deed into play. If they're a Mox Opal deck, there's a good chance Deed for 0 will just be pretty good. I'm going to float this out here. Invest in the future. I think the choice between putting Deed into play and holding up Teferi's Protection was pretty close, honestly. But I like having the Deed out there. Deed is extra fun because I put this card in the deck just because it's a Golgari card or Abzan Wedge color card that I have this enchantment sub-theme with Rector and like all this other stuff. But now with Urza Saga in the meta, Pernicious Deed is actually just a completely different animal than it was a year ago when I put it in the deck. Okay, I'm going to put Savannah on top, and I'm going to pay 4 to keep my Veteran Explorer. I can Deed for 1 to kill Explorer, so I'm not shields down here. I'm going to play the Explorer. I can Deed for 1, which sweeps up my Explorer along with their Opal. I can Veil of Summer to protect myself. I can Teferi's Protection to protect myself. I got some options here. Unfortunately, can I do both? If I pop Deed for 1, it kills Explorer. If I use the black, then I end up with 4 mana. Yeah, I can actually do all 3 of those things. This looks like the Epic Storm to me, now that things are happening. And Veil of Summer is one of the best cards against the Epic Storm. Teferi's Protection's not bad either, though. And they can't go Goblins because of Deed. Right, there's the Ad Nauseam. I think we're actually in pretty good spot here. Like, I can Veil against Tendrils, I can Protection against Grape Shot, and I can kill Goblins with Pernicious Deed. They're at 3 and they're still going. They should probably stop. Okay, stopped. There's Petal. Lion's Eye Diamond turns on Mox Opal. That's fine. Lotus Petal. Another one. Still a Chrome Mox over there. They can Echo. Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. A lot of Dark Rituals. Did I see all those? I guess I did. They have their own Veil of Summer. That doesn't really affect my deck, though. Wishclaw Talisman. If I deed now, then they have to use their LED or lose their LED. I'm actually going to deed for 1 now. Oh, can I avoid that? All right, I'm not going to deed for 1 now. Okay, so they've made a wish. The reason I'm holding off on deed is I want them to commit to a line that isn't empty friendly. Orm's Chant. Can't cast spells. All right, now is the time. Okay, I'm going to deed for 1. This is where they have to use their artifact mana or lose it. The Lotus Petal's easy. The LED is actually a decision. Okay, Pernicious Deed pops. They get a shuffle, but they don't play basics. Should be okay there. I want green, and I have white in my hand. Yeah, I'm actually just good on color, so I'm going to get double green. Then I'm going to Veil of Summer in response to Chant, which will cantrip. Oh, they do have a basic. What a surprise. What fun. And here is the protection. I'm going to get a non-basic here because they're not going to mess with my mana. Till your next turn, your life total... Oh, right. I was about to read that like it matters, but Orm's Chant is on the stack. This is the time to cast my spells. Welcome to Legacy, opponent. Are you glad you downloaded Moto for this? Oh, I can F6 from here because I can't take actions. They can still make a pretty huge empty, and I imagine that they have the resources to make that happen. Or Ave is probably better than empty. What I'm saying is they can make a shitload of creatures, one way or the other. But I have their Wishclaw Talisman now, and I have Rector in my hand. I may not have Rector in my hand by the time my turn rolls around because they have that Echo. They could Wishclaw for LED and take us on an Echo at this point. Okay, they're pondering. The chant was good, though. They got to see what my protection spells are before anything else went wrong. Ponder into Brainstorm. Ponder did not shuffle. Oh, they're just going to clean up. They're gonna try to go again next turn. That's the plan. Okay. What can I do about that? Wall Therapy is a good one. I know a large percentage of their hand right now. And they just discarded Veil of Summer. Cavern of Souls on top. That doesn't matter. And I'll pay for life for Veteran Explorer. Right, they cast these 2 Wish Claws. They cast a Ponder. Cast Chrome Mox. And there's a Ponder under Chrome Mox. I guess I don't know much about their hand right now. Alright, let's find out if they kept a Veil of Summer around. Right, what actually is my line here? Hold on. Hold on. Let's start thinking before I start casting spells. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Still have my land drop. And Veteran Explorer is good for +1 mana. Can I get Vapors into play? And I don't have 2 sack outlets here. I guess I could Wishclaw for Phyrexian Tower. But I need to Wishclaw for Teferi's Protection. Yeah, if I just Wishclaw for another protection, they're going to have a hard time winning the game. Okay. Oh, they're also at 2. Do I have a way to deal 2? Not really. Overwhelming Splendor does deny them Wishclaw activations. Okay. I'm gonna Cabal Therapy. See if they came up with another Veil of Summer. They did. Alright, that's fine. It's all good. And then I can play Explorer. Gotta wish for Vacation though, right? Or not, the card is not called Vacation. I could play Rector. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I actually can't play Rector. I'm gonna Wishclaw. Vapor's Splendor. Grab another Vacation or another Veil. I think Vacation's better than Veil. Alright. I'm gonna call that card Vacation for the entire league, I promise. And I'll play Rector, which is lethal in 2 turns. And I'm just on the beatdown strat now. And if they don't go for a win this turn, then Protection's just in my hand and I can Rector combo them next turn. Yeah, like they can play into the Protection and get blown out, or they can let me tempo them out with Veteran Explorer. All right, they activated Talisman again. Probably goes for Chant again. I'm actually going to float an extra green, make them think about Veil of Summer. All right, I'm out of here. I'm protected. All right, they were playing Orim's Chant. I don't need to make them think about Veil of Summer. Okay, they can't crack a fetch land here. They can't drain me with Tendrils. They can make a lot of creatures. Overwhelming Splendor does not interact well with Ave because the Ave copies arrive with +1 counters on them. The Splendor would need to be in play before they start Aving. But they can't get Ave game 1, can they? Is Ave even in this deck anymore? Bryant's going to be so disappointed in me for not knowing exactly what all the lines in the Epic Storm are. If they give me that other Wishclaw Talisman, then I get to wish for another protection and just tempo them out, attack for 2 over 2 turns. Okay, it's just my turn now. Library trigger. Oh, baby. I found Vapors. Does that matter? I've got the Vapors. 1, 2, 3, 4 Vapors. 1, 2, 3, 4 Rector. Like Rector, Vapors can just kill Rector on arrival. This is DOA and Tutor. But I have the Cabal Therapy also. Splendor will turn off Wishclaw Talisman. I don't think I can lose any more life here. All right, so I'm just going to put these on top and attack with Explorer. Opponent said this is exactly the game they expected to play against me. I hope so. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rector. Damn near killed her. I'm going to Cabal Therapy them, sacking Rector. It doesn't matter if they Veil of Summer this. I still get my trigger. Yeah, that's fine. So Splendor turns off Wishclaw Talisman, but that's about all it does. Is that good enough? Gonna have to be, I guess. Okay. Target you. Okay. My therapy is countered. Playing the second Rector puts me to 8, which is 1 less storm. Like, being at an even life total is scary. All right, yeah, I'm just passing. I'm gonna make them do all of the work. I think I've lost this game. I mean, they have 8 cards in their hand. They should be able to figure it out from here. But yeah, if they Echo of Eons to find their win, then that gives me all these looks at Veil of Summer and Protection again. Of course, if they just have lethal, it doesn't matter. Their hand has been pretty stocked for a number of turns now. They're casting a lot of Ponders. Chose to shuffle the Ponder. This has been an exciting start to this match. No! Alright, fine. Fine. Okay, so important lesson here. On that first turn where I was trying to survive, I spent my Veil of Summer basically for no reason. Like, I was gonna Protection anyway, and Veil doesn't do anything extra on top of the Protection, so I could have still had Veil of Summer in hand for this turn if I had been planning ahead longer. Important lessons. Okay. Mindbreak Trap's coming in. Decay, Assassin's Trophy, Thoughtseize comes in. I don't love all of this against the 4 Veil of Summer deck. Sandworm Convergence. Creatures with flying can't attack you. Yeah, Sandworm Convergence doesn't matter for this matchup. I like the disruption. I think comboing first is the play. Though, tempoing them out, if I could bring in some Boom Booms and just use Veil, Protection, and Mindbreak Trap to tread water and clap for 5 a couple times. I don't hate that. Yeah, that's actually sounds pretty good. Okay, I'm going to shave some of the Vapors because that's not really plan A anymore. Overwhelming Splendor is pretty bad. They can win through it easily. If I only have 2 Vapors left, how many Rectors do I need? I can go lower 1 Rector. I have these fatties now, a bunch of Disruption. Pernicious Deed I actually do like. Just wiping out their mana in the form of their artifacts is pretty nice. Right, I can find Deed if I need it. That's what Rector's for. I'm bringing in all my Ceratopses. We're pivoting onto the Delver strat. I can still combo, but I think that between all these cards that I have, all this Disruption, Veil of Summer, Mindbreak Trap, Teferi's Protection, just putting a 5/5 into play will win a lot of games. Or 5/4, whatever this thing is. Ooh, this hand does not have any sack outlets, so I'm going to mulligan it. No sack outlets, no interaction. Here we go. This is a juicer. I'm going to keep this and put Cavern on the bottom. They don't have counter spells. Cavern doesn't matter. I cast this Thoughtseize while I still can. We got Abrupt Decay, Galvanic Relay, Wishclaw. They can play Wishclaw on turn 1. If they want to relay on turn 1, I want it to hurt. Okay, I'm going to take Wishclaw. They can relay on turn 1 for a bunch of spells, but it's going to cost them their Abrupt Decay and their Lotus Petal to do that. I think it would be a reasonable line, like they know I have discard in the deck. There's Chrome Mox. It pitched the Abrupt Decay. Alright, looks like they are taking the relay line. Oh wow, they drew Ritual. Alright, so they just have a even bigger relay than I expected. This is what, for 5? Or 4? Really, only 4? Orm's Chant, Land, Burning Wish, Tendrils. Oh well, it's do or die. There's the Tendrils. I drew a land. That's not what I was looking for, obviously. I'm going to play Veteran Explorer and pass. I know I can't Thoughtseize them. Their only card in hand is Tropical Island. But their spread is pretty bad right now. If they don't cast this Tendrils and get it into their graveyard, then it's gone. They have another one in the sideboard. We'll see what's in their hand, because this relay was not good. Orm's Chant is fine. They're Burning Wishing. This Burning Wish is going to line up really poorly against this Thoughtseize unless they can cast whatever this is right now. But their hand is Tropical Island, and they've already made their land drop, and 1 mystery card, plus whatever they're wishing for. There's a good chance I'm going to be able to strip whatever they wish for. Unless it's Echo, which I would prefer to leave in their hand. Okay, it's just a Ponder that they boarded out. Value Wish for Ponder. Ooh, Protection. That's a good one. I'm going to attack for 1. And then I can decide between... Or I guess I didn't have to decide between Thoughtseize and Protection. If I had played my Phyrexian Tower, I would have had up both. I'll give them a turn to sculpt before I fire off the Thoughtseize. And there's not a Tendrils in their deck anymore, so they do have to Burning Wish if they want to Tendrils me. Did not shuffle the Ponder. The Brainstorm. Opal. Oh, that's a big relay. All right, we're taking another spin on the relay machine. Ritual, Delta, Ritual, Petal. Tons of mana. I can Thoughtseize them to check for payoffs. They have 1 card in their hand. Ooh, Grand Abolisher, nice. Is that actually good? It means they can't Veil me. Oh wait, yeah, this card's actually great. Okay. Is there a white source I can fetch? Yeah, there's a Scrubland still on the deck. Scrubland, white, Grand Abolisher, attack with Veteran Explorer, and I'm just going to play Phyrexian Tower and pass. Because I have Teferi's Protection, I can sack Explorer, get the trigger, find a Plains, and protect. Right there. Spending all of their mana that was in the relay, and then just passing the turn. You love to see it. Does that mean that I don't want to Thoughtseize them? Ooh, Rector. Okay. That might mean that I don't want to Thoughtseize them. Okay. I can make 4 mana here, which gets me Rector and still leaves a Protection, and then I can combo next turn. Okay. There she is. If they don't put lethal on the stack this turn, then I win on my turn, because I can just execute the whole combo. The hooks are in. Oh god, they're going to Prismatic Ending my Rector. They just floated a bunch of different colors. Ending for 4. Alright. I'm not going to use my Protection to protect Rector here. I'm delvering them out right now. I have a 2/2 that's beating down. I have Protection to make sure I don't die suddenly. Alright, Veil of Summer makes it even better. They have 2 cards in their hand. And it's as good a time as any to take a peek at what they are. Chrome Mox, Mox Opal. Alright. I'll take the Mox Opal. That one's better than Chrome Mox. Nice. Just doubled my clock. And I still have my insurance policy up. 2-turn insurance policy. And I can cast them both if necessary. So it shouldn't be, like we learned in game 1. Ooh. They're at 9. 4 plus 5 is 9 on my count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Old Shifty C. Give it haste. And I know they can't do anything because of Abolisher. Cue up the pigeon meme. Is this Delver of Secrets? Okay, everything's on the line now. Very Macabre doesn't matter. Surgical doesn't matter. Splendor doesn't matter. They have in Prismatic Ending. I know that now. I don't think that changes anything. Yeah, nothing really changes here. This is the deck I'm in on. Let's go. Okay, 1 lander. It's got Explorer, but no way to sack it. It's got no well, it's got protection, but that doesn't help me for a few turns. I'm going to mulligan this. Hell yeah. Keep this one. I'm going to put Basic Swamp on the bottom. Bayou already does that, and Cavern helps cast Abolisher. Yeah, these lands cast the spells in my hand as well as they can. I need another white source, but I'll find one eventually, I hope. Thoughtseize. I'm not leading on Thoughtseize. I'm going to lead on Explorer. Don't get me wrong, I would love to lead on Thoughtseize, but against the deck with all these Veil of Summers, that's just not where I'm going. If I can get this Abolisher into play, then I know Thoughtseize is good. Like, this is a longer term plan than that. Okay, Mindbreak Trap beats Veil. It does not beat Chant. And they haven't seen Mindbreak Trap yet. They see a tapped out opponent right now. Let's hope they're not thinking about Mindbreak Trap with their sequencing and what they prioritize. I'm actually just going to F6 on their turn. See if they notice that I'm not holding priority. All right, they're spewing out artifacts. Dark Ritual. We're going to get them with Mindbreak Trap, please. All right, 1 card left in their hand. See you later. I'm just going to exile this. Bang. I guess whatever they get, whether it's relay or whatever, doesn't matter, but let's just clip this. Yeah, it's technically better to wait for whatever the next thing is. But that was a crushing Mindbreak Trap. They're going to have a hard time coming back from this. I'm going to Cavern on Human. Just invest in the future. Get the Sylvan Library down. Yeah, that was actually the perfect time for Mindbreak Trap to show up. Like, I'm tapped out on turn 1. They've seen Veil. They've seen Protection. But, surprise, Mindbreak Trap. Oh, no. Oh, Abrupt Decay. All right, well. Not that I'm excited to see that, but at least they had to spend a Lotus Petal to cast it. Oh, Shifty C. Come on, buddy. 1 more land. Or a sack outlet. Something to go coast to coast here. Not more 4-drops. I'm good on those. They just drew a green source. So I have to start thinking about Veil again. Okay, cool. Now I don't have to think about Veil. I end up with 4 mana, so I should attack first. Yeah. Ceratops doesn't have haste this turn. It can have haste next turn, though. Cabal Therapy. What card would they have in their hand but they haven't cast yet? I've already cast 1 Rite of Flame, 1 Dark Ritual. Chrome Mox, land. I'm naming Rite of Flame. It's blue to Delta. Okay. We were safe, regardless. I am going to flash this back. They get to search for their swamp, but that's not a big deal to me. At least I don't think it is. I hope it's not. And I do need a 3rd green source to get haste next turn. I also get to name Abandon Hope with this Cabal Therapy. I love doing that. Abandon Hope. And Rector is the best use of my mana, but Abolisher is a faster clock. Yeah, I'm going for Abolisher. They just passed the turn back, drew a card, and time to shift into gear. Haste mode. They're on a 1-turn clock. 1 draw step to rule them all. Please don't rule them all. All right, it was a land. Oh, God. Okay, that did buy them a turn, as far as they know. Tendrils. Rector. Okay. Ceratops doesn't have any haste mode. They said GG in the chat. We'll see if they mean it in a second. Right, black, colorless, green. My opponent said GG. Thanks for making the awesome content. And they asked a really great question. Do I have Patreon or merch or anything? Yes, I have both. They're linked in my video descriptions. Check it out. The merch is even integrated into YouTube. So if you scroll down a little bit, watcher, right now, you can probably see all of the Island Ponder Keep lifestyle shirts available. Thanks for the opportunity to plug, opponent. GG's. Off to a good start. Teferi Vacation Anniversary, Volume 3. Let's go. I'm on the play in round number 2. This hand is not explosive, not interactive, generally not good. Okay, here we go. I can Thoughtseize into Sylvan Library, and I have half of my combo ready. Plus Thoughtseize gives me information to Cabal Therapy with. That's good stuff. I'm going to bottom the Windswept Heath. Yeah, that's fine. It's either Heath or Vapors, and I think it's Heath. I have a lot more lands in the deck than I have Lethal Vapors. I'm just thinking about a world where they Wasteland me on turn 1, and then I can't Library on turn 2. If the Heath could fetch basic Swamp, I would have kept it. I don't really care about white right now, but I do care deeply about black and green. Cycling Wraith in response. Alright. Cycling another Wraith in response. Alright, we're playing against Doomsday, which is one of the decks that my combo doesn't work against. Oh, they had Force, but no blue card. Sad times, get wrecked. Okay, 3 lands, Lotus Petal, Force of Will in their hand right now. Ponder. Oh, that's actually kind of a tilt, because having that Force of Will means that they could force Library and then send us both into garbage time. Running out their Petal against my discard deck. Alright, here's Sylvan Library. If this is worth a force, let's do it. Did they find a second Doomsday off of a 1 Ponder? It looks like they did. They're fetching like they did. Jesus Christ. What's it like? What's it like, opponent? Thoughtseize you, take Doomsday. One of a card that you can only play 4 copies of. Top deck, Ponder. Don't shuffle Ponder. Doomsday. I don't think my main deck can... Oh, my main deck can do one thing about this, and it is Overwhelming Splendor. So what has to happen is I Library into Rector, or I Library into... Having the Tower in hand is pretty exciting. If I find Explorer and Rector, so I play Explorer, I sack it, I get 4 mana right away, then I can Therapy them, Flashback Therapy, and that's my Overwhelming Splendor. I can win this game. I just need 2 exactly perfect cards to come off the Sylvan Library. I know their hand is land, Force of Will. Alright, no, did they just fetch? Alright, Sylvan Library, help me out here. Well, none of the above. I'll keep it all. I'm gonna Therapy now. Name the Force of Will, just get it out of the way. Force and Brainstorm, bummer. Brainstorm's a good card for them to have. Their hand is Cavern Brainstorm right now. I'm gonna Cavern on Human. Yeah, that Brainstorm makes it so their pile can almost certainly win this turn. I was kind of hoping they would have to make a slow pile, or they would choose to make a slow pile. But Cavern in hand, Brainstorm, back up. They're just going for it. My life is pain. Oh, they did make a fast pile. They don't even need the Brainstorm. Okay. That works too. You did it, Jeffrey. Congratulations. Okay, sideboard time. The Lethal Vapor shit can come out because it doesn't work. See how far I want to go on this. Probably all the way. Like, Teferi's Protection doesn't help me in the matchup because they win the game. They don't try to make me lose the game. I want Thoughtseize. I want my win condition, Shifting Ceratops. Surgical Extraction can... If I Thoughtseize a Doomsday, I can rip them all out of the deck. That's pretty good. Assassin's Trophy can blow up their lands, which you usually make your Doomsday pile with a specific amount of resources in mind. Pernicious Deed doesn't do anything in this matchup. Yeah, so if you blow up a land after a Doomsday, that is both a land they were counting on, and it's a May search, so it's not a locked shuffle, so maybe I'll just chill on saying it's a shuffle. Mindbreak Trap is non-zero. There are certainly piles they can make that don't cast 3 spells in one turn. Like, you could go Dark Ritual Doomsday, that's 2 spells, and then, like, cycle, Oracle, and that's 1 spell. But I do like Mindbreak Trap for the option. Grand Abolisher, that just helps my combo get through. Veil is good against all of the disruption in their deck. Do I need all 3 trophies? Do I need all 3 Ceratopses? Where are we actually going with this? And Splendor and Convergence are my primary win conditions. I do like Ceratops, though. Just 5 damage out of nowhere after they Doomsday is pretty nice. Maybe Abolisher just matters a lot less. Sorry, Abolisher. I'm not trying to combo. I'm trying to stay alive. This is the maximum pivot. Okay, I have a Therapy and a Trap. I'm going to keep this. I'm just going to Therapy naming, and I'm going to get Scrubland. I'm going to Therapy naming Doomsday. Let's just check. See what they got over there. If they force this, then they definitely have a Doomsday. Cycling Wraith in response. I wasn't going to name Street Wraith. Okay. They dug for Force of Will, so they got to have Doomsday. Next turn, I get to Explorer, Flashback, Therapy. Oh, unless they just... Okay. Well, Thoughtseize is pretty good. They're probably take Explorer, because that one casts the Therapy. Yep. Well, there's that. Not quite what I had in mind, but it's not terrible. Here's Abolisher. Do they have Daze? All right, now I have the choice. I can Therapy, but I think I want to wait a turn. Because if they Daze the Therapy, that's just so terrible. I also don't really want to sack my Abolisher. Ah ha 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 ha! Never didn't have it. Veteran Explorer. Wall Therapy. Target you. And I just want... I want green. I don't think I have any double black cards in after board. And I have double white already. And casting 2 black spells in a turn is something. Definitely need green. Now all my Ceratopses are in. I'm just going full green machine over here. They have no basics. That's fun. They forced the Blind Cabal Therapy, which would be to protect this Doomsday. Their hand is Emrakul, the Aeon's Tor, and Underground Sea right now. That's good to know. They pivoted onto a Shelldock plan. They drew Scalding Tarn for turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 lands away from my Convergence. I don't have any blue sources in the deck. There are some decks that have like 2 Noble Hierarchs. You can cast Mindbreak Trap eventually or whatever, but my deck's obviously not doing any of that. There it is. That's why we fetched the additional green. Haste. Is this Delver of Secrets? That was beautiful. What a lovely, lovely day. Okay. Abolisher. Is Abolisher better than Convergence? I mean, Convergence ends the game quick, but like, yeah, I don't think that's actually a card I can put in my deck. Abolisher at least plays into the Delver strat. Overwhelming Splendor. If I ever draw this, it's just a nightmare. And then Rector only gets Sylvan Library. Don't love that. I think it's fine. Gonna have to make it work. I don't think Sandward Convergence is gonna win a game that Shifting Ceratops doesn't. And like we saw last game, it rotted in my hand. If I draw Splendor, I mean, get fucked me, is what it is. Speaking of, good thing this is a mulligan anyway. Jesus. All right, I'm gonna keep this one, but we're in London World, so I can bottom that. I have Mindbreak Trap. I have Explorer with a sack outlet into a quick Shifty Sea. Oh, Therapy. Wish I had that up front. I don't really want to cast Explorer into Daze, but I'm going to. Wish I had a black source to check them. They're Pondering. That's 1 spell. If they Dark Ritual Doomsday this turn, that's the 3 spells for Trap. I can cast Shifting Ceratops with Haste next turn. 2 mana off the Explorer, 2 off the Tower, 1 to give it haste. Like, that can happen. They're passing the turn. Assassin's Trophy, not really what I'm looking for here. If I make this play, I lose my black mana forever. Like, I can attack for 1, and then play Shifting Ceratops without haste, and get a discard in off it. Yeah, I probably would rather do that. Okay, attack for 1. And then sack this for black. I would like to use the ability, yes. I think I just get green. Or am I going to cast both of these black spells now? No, I do need green. Green. Like, I can shift next turn and play my therapy and trophy now. Oh, they found a basic land since last turn. Right, therapy you. Gonna name Doomsday. Force of Negation. Okay, pitching Force of Will, sure. Assassin's Trophy. Take out your Underground Sea. They could Daze to pick this up. Or they could just get Stone Rained. Stink Cold. Okay, they cycled Edge. That makes sense too. Cool. Alright. I'm prepared to attack for 5 next turn, and I did what I could to disrupt them now. They're down a land, they're down a force. They would need a Lotus Petal or a Ritual to Doomsday this turn. Looks like they have it. Alright, Doomsday resolves. That's only the second spell this turn. But Shifting Ceratops can race them. They go to 8. I put them to 3. And then they're dead on board and have to beat a Mindbreak Trap in 1 turn without cycling 2 Street Wraiths. They can cycle 1 Street Wraith. Oh, they Force of Negation to my Cabal Therapy too, so I can't even top deck a creature to check their hand. If I draw Rector, I can Splendor them because I have the Sack Outlet in play. I hope they go for a Shelldock line, just trying to play around Mindbreak. So the first spell they cast can be Ideas Unbound, and then they just have like Pact of Negation in their hand for Mindbreak Trap. Let's just hope they take a Shelldock line, though they did see the Ceratops last game. Doomsday has resolved. They're making their pile now, or choosing what order the pile goes in. Force, Force, Force of Will, Will, Negation, 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 Negation. There's some Force of Wills still in this deck. If they have a Pact of Negation, it's there. Shelldock, Isle, and Emrakul are not in this exile pile. Alright. Hope for the best here. Thoughtseize with no black mana is not the best. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shifty C. Show me that concession. Give it up. You didn't plan for a hasty 5 power creature. Haste. I mean, they could easily have planned for a hasty 5 power creature. Let's see what they did, though. Okay, that's 1 spell, and it's going to have Force for my spell. And they don't even need the second one. They could just Oracle. Bummer. Yep, they navigated the Mindbreak Trap. Oh, no, they didn't. There's Lotus Petal. And they didn't have to play that, but I'm sure it's just Force blue card in their hand right now, or some protection spell. Oh, they can't Force, because they're at 1. Oh my god, we did it! We did it! They messed that up somehow. They had it. They literally had it. And they punted it away. Yeah, if they just didn't play this Lotus Petal, they win. Amazing. It must be somebody's birthday. Happy birthday, Teferi. We're a few rounds into the video. Thanks for sticking with me. Friendly reminder that if you're still here and having fun, smash that subscribe button. And if you want to play what I'm playing, you can use my affiliate link for TCG Player to support the channel while you shop for cards, and you can try any deck anytime with a cardhoarder.com loan account for Magic Online. All these links are in the video description below. Now back to the league. I'm on the play in round number 3, undefeated through no fault of my own. This hand, Double Vapors is really bad. I can't cast the Abolisher. The Therapy is blind. I'm going to mulligan this. Now we're cooking. I'm going to keep this, put Convergence on the bottom. I can Thoughtseize them, and then Explorer and ramp next turn. Just got to find something to ramp into. I'm going to ignore Wasteland and just do my best land. And this is why, because there are no Wastelands in the queues. Everyone's on combo. All right, this is the Epic Gamble, the Tony Scaponi special. Can't take Echo Vions here. That's not a real option. 1, 2. I could take Burning Wish. I could take Lotus Petal. Taking Chrome Mox actually collapses the shit out of his hand. If they gamble for LED and win their gamble, they get a fresh hand. I can't take gamble, though. All right, I'm taking Chrome Mox. All right, this could get weird. I'm going to put them into actual gamble mode. Like, if they have to spend their only mana source in order to gamble. All right, there it is. Let's see an LED hit the graveyard right now. Oh, they discarded Relay. All right, they're going to Echo now. Okay, fine. Did my best. Okay, there's Echo. Fresh hand coming. No discard in this hand. That's worrisome. This deck also might have a real number of basic lands in it. They're not done, folks. Mox Opal, City of Traders. Still no red mana here. Okay, they found the Chrome Mox. Exiled Reckless Impulse. That's a good addition to this deck. And Relay for 7. Gross. Okay. Echo, Defense Grid, Burgie. Another Burgie, 2 Gambles. That's a pretty good one. Well, there's Cabal Therapy. Does that even matter at this point? Their hand is just so juiced. I guess I can Therapy all the same. I'm gonna name Burning Wish. Just trying to think of what card I want them to have the least. Echo and Right. Alright. I guess I flashback on Rite of Flame. There is a Savannah in the deck I can fetch. Savannah, Veteran Explorer. They might have some mountains in the deck. This might hurt more than it helps. But I do need to get myself set up in case I find another turn here. I would like more mana in play. Okay, I don't need another white. I want black. Actually, I have a lot of green. Yeah, I'll get white. Black and white. Oh, they don't have any basics. That's slightly surprising. I guess I don't actually know how this deck is built currently. Okay, so one of the Rite of Flames is in the graveyard. That denies them 1 mana. Like, they have another right in exile, which will grow because of that right. They can Burgie, and then Rite of Flame, Gamble. Yeah, having fewer cards in their hand. So the Explorer does matter. Or the Cabal Therapy does matter, because having fewer cards in their hand increases the odds gamble bricks. That's pretty important. They can Burgie, and then Rite of Flame, get extra mana, gamble extra mana, gamble again. Oh, they have multiple gambles. Yeah, there's a good chance we are just in the pits here. Yeah, there she is. The Rite of Flame gets 4 total mana with Burgie and the one in the graveyard already. They can't quite cast the Horn, and Horn is actually like super busted in this deck. They need to gamble for LED and try to go for a spin. If we take the spin, there's a good chance that they end up casting Horn anyway, because this is in exile. It doesn't get shuffled away from Echo. Reckless Impulse, that was their draw for the turn. They found a Galvanic Relay and a land. They've already played a land for the turn. And they get that relay until the end of next turn. Here's the gamble. We're 50-50. Let's see LED hit the bin. Shit. They discarded Echo. First try. Lost our coin flip. Or maybe they gambled for an Echo? That doesn't seem likely, though. They did have the mana to just Echo. Alright, yeah, maybe they gambled for Echo and just tried to lock it in. They have Defense Grid, so I'm just F6'd at this point. 7 fresh cards over there. If I get another turn, I can Teferi's Protection. I do have... Oh no, it costs 6, not 5. I lied to you all. So I don't think I'm getting another turn. They can Horn of Harnfell now. Or soon they can. Jessica's Will and Galvanic Relay. Will is good for a fuckzillion mana. Oh, there's Burning Wish. Grape Shot's not quite lethal. Oh, Tendrils is very lethal, though. Alright, yeah, we're good. We're good. Yeah, this deck is pretty good against Thoughtseize with Gamble. Just ult Demonic Tutor action. Still doing it. Alright. Thoughtseize is in the deck. Mindbreak Trap's in the deck. The Infinite Turns does work against my opponent. They can't win the game. They can only defeat me in the game. Sandworm Convergence doesn't matter. Splendor does turn off Burgie, but so does Assassin's Trophy. I don't think I want to be working towards Splendor. Pernicious Deed's pretty good against their deck. I don't think Grand Abolisher matters at all. Oh, it matters so they can't like combo me back in response to my combo. Alright, Grand Abolisher always matters. Am I just going to be a Ceratops Delver deck again? Cut the Overwhelming Splendor. I can go down 1 Vapors, because Vapors is bad unless I'm comboing. Protection is good all the time. Veil is relevant because Tendrils is one of their win cons, even though they're mono red. Like, it's kind of awkward keeping Veil of Summer in, but I think it's probably reasonable. Maybe it's unreasonable. Maybe I should just have 3 Assassin's Trophies in to blow up Burgies or Defense Grids or whatever. Or lands. They didn't have any basics last game. Alright, I still gotta bring in these 3 cards. Thoughtseize and the 2 Mindbreak Traps. Okay, I'm cutting another Vapors. And... Alright, I'm actually going down a Grand Abolisher. If they're going to have defense grids in their own deck, then I can play that game too. All right, let's go. I am going to keep this hand with Mindbreak Trap in it. I just need to get to turn 2 and play this library, and then Trap will keep me alive into the protection, and that'll keep me alive another turn. I guess turn 1 defense grid, turn 2 combo beats what I'm doing here. But if they gamble for LED, crack LED, and then Echo, that's 3 spells for Mindbreak Trap, and they're Hellbent, because that's 3 spells. 1 spell. Oh god, this is turn 1 Bergie. Jessica's Will. All right, 2 spells. 3 spells. There's Bergie. I'm going to trap the Bergie. I don't think that's beatable. Maybe they'll Rite of Flame and try to Horn. That would be even better. This is a pretty scary start. I don't like it. I really hope they have another Lotus Petal or Ritual and try to go for Horn. I don't want to have to spend my Mindbreak Trap while they still have mana floating. You get these cards until next turn also. Like if they were committing to some sort of Echo line, they could still shock in Shatter Skull and play Bergie next turn and have something going. Okay, they're going for a 4-card Galvanic Relay. I could just trap all these, or I could wait for a payoff next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I've just exiled their Galvanic Relays, all of them. That's how trap works. Let's hope that was actually good. They could like gamble for LED now and still Echo this turn. Okay. Looks like I'm getting a turn. I'm gonna fetch for Bayou and cast Sylvan Library. And hope they don't have a turn 2 follow-up to that insane turn 1. But now they have to think about Mindbreak Trap every time they Echo of Eons. I could end up with Trap back in my hand. All right, looks like they are taking the line I described last turn, where if I brick turn 1, then they just have turn 2 Bergie lined up. On removal. Yikes. Top, and play a fetch land and pass. I don't like how Bergie can just attack with its power and toughness. That's cheating. You're a combo deck, stop it. Reckless Impulse. Okay. Opal and Chattering Spree. Did I even show them a single artifact in game 1? I guess they just always have to plan for Null Rod. Weird. We get to bash for 3. I don't need to worry about that yet. Shuffle up. Getting another Bayou. I don't think there's a reason to fetch basics here. Alright, found a trophy and another protection. Put Cavern on top. Can I keep this protection? Oh shit, I should have kept Cavern. Yeah, I could have played Abolisher and zap them, and then I'm actually just set up for next turn. Fuck. What have I done? Alright, protection on top. I'm just gonna roast Bergie. Zap that. You didn't have a basic last turn. Please don't have one now. Yeah, I think I just tunnel visioned on protecting myself and forgot that I actually have my own combo in the deck and can win. They have a Mox Opal in exile with no artifacts to turn it on. They have Shattering Spree with no targets except their own Mox Opal if they're so inclined. There's the Opal. I mean, might as well play that. It's gone at the end of the turn. Lion's Eye Diamond. Uh-oh, are we going for a spin? My whole combo is right here. Don't spin me. Don't spin me, bro. Burning Wish, okay. Are we relaying the skinny little relay for 4? All right, you got it. Burning Wish, Lion's Eye Diamond, Echoing Truth, and Lotus Petal. Kind of annoying that like some of them get exiled. Like it just goes into your exile pile, and I have to keep track of what's actually exiled how. Okay, now I think I need to leave up protection for a turn. So put on top with the Cavern, pay 4 for the Plains. So I don't need 2 protections. But digging through my deck is nice. Yeah, I'll pay 4 for the second protection. Play my Plains. I'm just going to make sure I don't die this turn. They can like Echoing Truth my Sylvan Library, but whatever. Lotus Petal, Lion's Eye Diamond, Burning Wish, and Echoing Truth are the 2 cards. Okay, so they're going for a Wish here. They could like Echoing Truth their own Lotus Petal to build Storm, Or they could come after my Sylvan Library if they want to get blown out by Veil of Summer. All right. Okay, I can protection now, but that changes. All right, yeah, I'm not going to protection now. I want them to have bad information off their. Wait, oh, what, did I just lose track of what was exiled? How? Okay, that's exactly what I was talking about with the not knowing what was in exile. All right, Chrome Mox, Gamble, Bergie, Reckless Impulse, Lion's Eye Diamond. Yeah, I thought Burning Wish was the exiled card. Oh, no, Burning Wish was exiled on the previous turn. Okay, yeah, got it. Cavern on Human. Now I can Grand Abolisher this turn, white. And I can still Teferi's Protection, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know that my top card is a land or not. Do I know my top card? I don't think I do. I paid 4 last turn. All right, if my top card is a land, I have the combo. If not, I have to wait another turn. I'm playing Lethal Vapors this turn. Like, I could have gone Abolisher Vapors, and then, like, that slows down Bergie, but it actually doesn't, because they can just skip their next turn, cast Bergie anyway, and then my combo's gone. Oh, interesting. They cast LED before they cast Bergie. Why would you do that? That's just like a mana you don't have now. Okay. Resolves. Huh. Oh, because they needed it for the Opal. All right. Nope. Makes sense. Chrome Mox. If they drew a red card for their turn, this is good for 2 mana. If they didn't, all right. They pitched a Burning Witch to that. They're recklessly impulsing. Exiles Rite of Flame and Echoing Truth. Rite of Flame does Rite of Flame things. They're gambling. This is just puts it straight in the graveyard. They're going to echo. And I'm going to go on a vacation in response. All right. I'm taking a vacation. They can Echoing Truth my Abolisher in response here if they want to use 2 mana or 1 mana. And then my Abolisher gets shuffled away, if that's something they even care about. All right, now they don't. Okay, fresh hand. No Mindbreak Trap in it. They can't kill me this turn. They can certainly build up a lot. And I found another protection. Pernicious Deed's really good against their board as well. If they can relay this turn, I'm in trouble, and they can just reload for next. Another gamble. I'm just going to F6 from here. I will turn off F6 if they echo again. Ancient Tomb in the graveyard off the gamble. Burning Wish. Or empty. All right. They're committing to an empty. This is an excellent time to Pernicious Deed. Old P. Diddy. Okay. I get to draw a card for my turn. Then decide what I'm going to do with it. I have an Explorer plus Therapy line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I could actually just win right now. All right, is that locked? I think it is locked, right? Because I have Abolisher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I need 1 to get the Therapy on the stack first. Shit, I'm 1 short. All right. In that case, Veteran Explorer. Probably should have used Cavern to cast that. Hopefully it doesn't matter. Wall Therapy. I'm going to name Galvanic Relay. They have Echo, Shadow Skull Smashing, Backup Bergie. Okay. And then I can flash back, get some extra mana. Though Deed's going to kill that anyway. 1, 2, 3. I guess I need to flash it back now in order to do the Deed for 3, which is my goal. Do the Deed. Get black and green. I'm going to name Bergie on this. Got a Bergie. They have Smashing, Chrome Mox, Echo in their hand. There's a Lion's Eye Diamond in play, which won't be in play for long. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still have the combo set up for next turn. I Deed now. Oh, Pernicious Deed. I can bet that Bergie won't be good, or I can blow it for 3. All right. Yeah, so clear the Bergie, or just do it for 1, which clears all their mana and their creatures. Because I need Abolisher for my combo next turn. I can't leave them with Bergie. Stop it. Okay. Feed for 3. And now we'll just Play it slow. Maybe they won't know how this works. There's Fiery Islet. Chrome Mox. Oh god. Alright, no pitch to Chrome Mox. That's just for Storm. This like Galvanic Relay for 2. What do we got? Echoing Truth. Okay. They're building Storm. Or they just wanted their Echoing Truth in the graveyard. Okay. Another Rector. I know they have Shatter Skull Smashing and Chrome Mox in their hand. Okay, I'm going to play Cavern on Human. And we're going to see if they know how to do this. Cabal Therapy. Name Shatter Skull Smashing. They have Rite of Flame Echo and Different Thing. Chrome Mox. And then white, 2, 3, 4. Rector. And Cabal Therapy you, naming Rite of Flame. Gonna get the Vapors. Let's go for it. I've got the Vapors. I promise I will make the I have the Vapors joke every single time. That's my promise to you. Okay, now I'm going to hold priority and skip my next million turns. Okay, I have clicked this 80 times. Let's see what my opponent does about it. If they start activating in response, we're going to have a hard time here. Okay. All right. 80 triggers are going to resolve. I went a little extra because they have Echo of Eons and 60 turns might not be enough to deck them. In real life, they might win this game. But on Magic Online with the clock, they're not going to be able to play through 80 Storm turns, even if they could theoretically navigate it. Okay, and I'm going on a vacation. And see you later. Good luck. Now we F6. Bow, 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 bow. We're just waiting. Disco lights playing. That's what that sound was. All right, they've Echo of Eons. I don't care. Good luck. F6 for life. Permanent F6. Unless they have like a Thassa's Oracle. I don't know what they could possibly have. Maybe like Exsanguinate. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something. Or my life total can't change. Exsanguinate doesn't even do it. Go ahead. A Storm player has never been so disappointed to Goldfish. Bergie's in play now. Okay. If they don't actually have a win con, all of this is wasted time. And the clock might matter because there's a lot of iterating in this deck that happens on a turn, on your combo turn. A lot of decisions to make. A lot of clicking. There's the Harnfell. Well, if their deck can beat me from here, Harnfell will certainly find it. They've gone to their 3rd consecutive turn. 4th. All right. If they're horning, they found Lion's Eye Diamond and Gamble. And Galvanic Relay. And Rite of Flame. All right, yeah, they're going for a big horn turn here. Wish, okay. If there's a card in their sideboard that can beat me. Like, if they do have a Thassa's Oracle, they might actually have a line here. I don't know how deep these decks are brewed these days. But Wish is a scary one. I wasn't worried about burning Wish. Actual Wish could create situations, though. You just gamble to Rite of Flame into their graveyard. Empty the Warrens. Okay. Sorry, buddy. That's not it either. That's just Storm for the Galvanic Relay. Are they even going to cast the Relay? All right, attacking for 0. My life total can't change. The slow horror as they realize that none of this matters. I just got my finger on the 6 button. Let's go. Let's race. They actually have to click through like combat and draw steps and stuff, and I just don't. Also, the Magic Online display is notoriously terrible at indicating how many copies of a repeating trigger actually are on the stack. They don't know I clicked this thing 80 times. They might have think I just did it 10. I don't know. This is only game 2, right? I may have lost count, but if this isn't game 3, they're wasting a lot of clock for no reason. And now it costs them time to go to cleanup as well. They have to select a card to discard. I'm just hitting one button every turn and they're hitting several. I want to do an echo count, see if they can echo again and prevent decking. I'm just afraid to take the time to actually check. If they did save an echo, okay, they decided that they've seen enough. They realized where this was going, and it was not where they wanted to go. Okay. Surgicals and Fairy Macabres. I didn't really think about those in game 1, but if I can Surgical and Echo, that's actually huge for my plan, because echoing is a big part of what they're trying to do. Pernicious Deed was fucked. Really interested in that one. I think Ceratops is the cut if I'm going to cut anything. Like, do I want to just be in on the combo at this point and bet, as the kids say? I feel like I do want surgical extractions. Surgical's easy to play around with Echo if you're ready for it, but if you're not ready for it, like you can just hold priority, crack LED, immediately cast Echo. Sylvan Library was reasonable. Am I worried about all these Shattering Sprees and Echoing Truths that they put into play, or that they showed me? I'm already off Sandworm Convergence and Splendor, so that's good for the Echo situation. Could go down to 1 Rector. Like, I do need to play some game, but no, I do want my combo available to me. I want everything that's disruptive and everything that's combo-y. I'll leave in 1 Ceratops, just in case. But my plan A is the combo here. I am going to keep this handful of Cabal Therapies. And I can't F6 ever, because they know my deck has Mindbreak Trap in it. Okay, therapy naming what? Probably it's Burning Wish or Galvanic Relay. Maybe it's just Gamble. This card's going on the stack. And I'm gonna name Burning Wish. That's definitely a 4 of, where the other cards are probably 3 of, so you can wish for them. Yeah, I got one. Burning Wish in the graveyard, Reckless Impulse, Mox Opal, Echoing Truth is their hand. That's not a good hand. They can't cast any of those cards. Wow, passing the turn. Put it in my veins. Okay, Cavern on Human. I can Cabal Therapy the Reckless Impulse right now before they get off the ground. So I think I need to get this library down while the window is open. All right, cool. It looks like we faded again. I don't want this land just yet. I will pay for Assassin's Trophy. Just trying to move forward here with my velocity. Cabal Therapy, naming Reckless Impulse. Well, Reckless Imp is also a card. That's dangerous. Oh, they found 2 more Burning Wishes. Jesus. All right, Reckless Impulse is gone. All right, now I just need any creature at all. Well, I'm holding Rector, so Rector is here. Before they find a mana, if I could flashback one of these therapies, just send them into the trash. Protection and... All right, I don't need this land. I'm actually getting set up here for the combo. I'm going to Cavern on Human again. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. A little awkward that I'm not ready to combo yet, but I do need to zap them with the... I'm going to grab Vapors anyway. I have to take these Burning Wishes out of their hand. Burning Wish. Right, their hand is 2 Mox Opals and an Echoing Truth. Tough beats. They can easily skip a turn to kill my Vapors if they want to, if they think that's important to them. But I'm happy to take a Time Walk in this situation. With Sylvan Library and Blade, Time Walk's pretty good. Lotus Petal, that turns on the Mox Opal. If they want to bounce my Vapors, that's also a thing they can do. You got it. It's in my hand now. Cool. This is the time to find Ceratops. Yikes. Or find nothing. Top. And I'll fetch for a Swamp. Guess I want Bayou in case I draw a Ceratops. Wait. I can just Assassin's Trophy their land or their LED. Yeah, trophying their LED is actually fucked up. All right, black, green. Yeah, hitting their LED takes them off Metalcraft, and it removes Gamble or Echo as an out. And I can protect myself if necessary. And I'm 2 turns away from Vapors plus Protection all at the same turn. I would like a Abolisher, there it is, before I have to do that. Top. Cavern on Human number 3. We go white. There's that. I can Thoughtseize them, just to make sure that whatever they drew wasn't good. Go Echo Viance. Well, take the Mox Opal. And next turn I win. Chrome Mox. Okay. Just playing Chrome Mox to play around discard. Okay, I guess that locks in Metalcraft. Okay, top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Vapors. Here we go. Okay, I've clicked this 70 times, and I am slightly behind on clock, but they're going to have to take game actions and go to discard and stuff, and I'm not. So I think the clock is going to win this. In real life, I would simply take infinite turns off, and that would be that. Now we're just in an F6 clicking contest that they're not going to win. I have hotkeys on my mouse. They're about to have to go to discard and take game actions that eat up clock. I do have to eat up a whole minute somewhere, but I think I'll get it. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Oh, they're actually casting spells. All right, yeah, I guess Chrome Mox is an investment in the future. Oh, they're doing more. Bergie. Wow, they're actually taking game actions. Maybe they realize the F6 battle isn't one they can win. I believe that 70 turns this deck can actually beat, like given infinite time, because they have the echoes. They can just go until they're almost decked and then echo, and then go until they're almost decked, then echo, and that'll get through 70 turns. Okay, I've caught up on clock. We're both at the 344 zone. I'm ahead on clock. This would actually be an interesting situation in real life. Like if there was like 3 minutes left in the round on a shared round clock, and your Storm opponent is hard locked, but they're just like, if they just spend 3 turns storming, and then the 5 extra turns continuing to storm, and just like, oh, I didn't find a win con, they might actually be able to bring this to a draw. I don't believe that there's any policy support in Magic Tournament policy for a judge to look at an opponent's deck and determine if they actually have a win condition or not. As long as they're taking game actions in a reasonable time frame, running out the clock and forcing a draw is a thing you can do in this spot. My opponent has stopped F6ing and stopped taking game actions. I wonder if they're just going to BM the last 2 minutes off the clock. Okay, no, we're moving again. Maybe they were thinking. Also, like another fun angle of this is if this were a real life game and they were able to draw until they were almost decked and then echo, there are surgical extractions and mindbreak traps in my deck that I can play for 0 mana. So there would still be counterplay after that point of the game. It's currently turn 35. I skipped 70 turns, so we're halfway through. And that counts all the turns that were taken up to that point, so we're actually not even close. They're not going to get through 70 turns here. I am mildly superstitious, and I know I shouldn't say this out loud, but we're 3-0, and this would be an incredible deck to get published in the 5-0 deck drop. Oh, maximum spice. Enjoy that, Reddit. We got 2 more to go, though. And we gotta let this opponent finish futilely clicking through. 15 seconds left on their clock. They made it 45 turns into my 70 turn clicks. And that'll do, folks. You're out of time and you're out of luck. On to the next one. We're 3-0. I'm on the draw in round number 3. I'm going to keep this hand. It's not sexy. Oh, you're Chancellor of the Annex. Okay, they're a Chancellor deck on the play against a hand that's not sexy. Never mind. I was going to say this hand has some chops to it. Like, okay. I have to make a very real decision if I'm just going to concede right now. I guess I'm not really giving anything away. Like the actual strat. They know I'm some Abzan Pernicious Deed deck. But that's all they know at the moment. Anyway, I was saying, like, if this was a fair deck, but why would it be? Because this is a Moto League. We're obviously going to get paired against 5 combo decks. If this were a fair deck, I would have some information from their land drop, and if they cantripped on turn 1, that sort of thing, to make decisions with Cabal Therapy. And then Pernicious Deed can pick up in the mid game. And like, there is like a back and forth kind of plan here while we grind up to the combo in a fair matchup. But obviously we're against a Chancellor of the Annex deck, which is the complete opposite of that. They're still under their Chancellor bubble. Cavern of Souls punches through it. That was not the draw. I'm just going to make my land drop and pass. Next turn I could pay the Troll Toll as if I'm going to get a next turn. Yeah, there's Entomb. This hand's been weirdly slow so far. But it's been solid, so maybe that's fine. Faithless Looting. Okay. Did they keep a hand without a reanimation spell? Discarded 2 Chancellors. Alright, they drew a Chancellor at some point during the game because One of them was in the opener and the other wasn't. They only revealed one. Oh, they're the blue version. So there's show and tells in this deck also. Interesting. Okay. Lethal Vapors is pretty fucking funny against Reanimator. All right. Let's cast a Grand Abolisher off of the 2 lands that do that, which is Savannah and Scrubland. Right. Abolish. Pay the 1. Okay. Something in my belly is grumbling, and I think it's the sense of false hope. There is something resembling hope in my stomach right now. They can't Entomb again in the end step or Brainstorm because of Abolisher. They would have had to do that in response. If they get this Grizzlebrand into play, I'm still fucked. But if they do it with Animate Dead, I can cast Deed, use Phyrexian Tower to get 2 mana, and Deed away and Animate Dead. Are they just hardcasting Grief? Oh no, they Dark Ritualed into Faithless Looting. Wow, that's like a 37 for 1. It's not going to matter if they find the Reanimate spell, though. Exhume, bummer. Alright, well, they're going to get a Grizzlebrand. How far do they want to go here? My deck doesn't have a Caracas in it. I could rip Rector off the top. Rector off the top. I have Cabal Therapy in the bin. I get the trigger right away. Get Splendid, Overwhelming, Splendor, whatever the fuck it's called. I almost said Splendid Genesis, which is a very different Magic card. If you're not aware of that history, Splendid Genesis is a Magic card that Richard Garfield released to his close family and friends when he had one of his children. It's one of the rarest cards that exists. You can get them on the secondary market, but they're very rare. There's also a wedding announcement version and a other child version. I think he did 3 of them. They're unmasking me, taking my Lethal Vapors. I no longer have the vapors. I'm cured. All right, Rector off the top. Let's fucking go. Rector, 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 Rector. Now they should be able to figure out what I'm up to. Teferi's Protection is actually a banger too, because they attack, I protect, and then I clap back there at 1. They don't gain life. Damn, that was not what I wanted. I don't think Cabal Therapy is the play. I'm going to put this Windswept Teeth into play and run out the other Abolisher. Yeah, we're past the point where Pernicious Deed would matter. Past the point where Cabal Therapy would matter either. Okay, I'm going to pass the turn, take my medicine, try to draw Rector, and then take over the game. There is a Sarah's Emissary in the graveyard. I doubt they would name Enchantment. They're unmasking me again. Taking my Deed. Now it's Rector or Bust, which it already was, but now it is extra Rector or Bust. If they reanimate any other creature, I'm dead on board. And there is an Archon and an Emissary. Okay, they're going to 2, but then back up to 5. I lose one of my Abolishers and my Forest. I guess I just fetch to remove the one less card in the deck that's not Rector. I think it's awesome that we're even drawing live here at all. That's pretty exciting stuff. Animate Dead on Chancellor. Okay. I have enough mana to still Rector. Alright, we're gonna fetch. 1 draw step to rule them all. Gonna grab a Bayou, and then we're gonna draw Rector. Okay. Wasn't Rector. Not meant to be. That's okay. This matchup's supposed to be bad game 1, and then we load up out of the sideboard. And the fact they have Underground Sea, the blue splash is for show and tell, and Overwhelming Splendor is a good card to put into playoff show and tell, let me tell you. Right, Fairy Macabre, Surgical Extraction, Thoughtseize all coming in, good stuff all around. Trophy can kill monsters of various varieties. Pernicious Deed I don't want. Creatures with flying can't attack you. That's really good text in this matchup. I'm going to go thinner on Vapors. And the combo is live. This is... Oh, wait. No, my life total can't change. Okay, nope. I was about to say the Archon attacking can still drain me out, but my life total can't change is part of the text. That does get around protection, but it doesn't get around life total can't change. Abolisher, still good. Thoughtseize. Library's probably a little slow. And by a little, I mean way the fuck too slow. It's good to get in play, but It's hard to get it there. Mindbreak Trap does slow down their most busted starts. And Assassin's Trophy once the creature's in play. I think I want Splendor and Convergence for those situations. Yeah, I'm going in like this. I like Veil of Summer. I like the Grand Abolisher to know when my thing's going to work or when it's not. Yeah, this is what I'm doing. I'm not bringing the Ceratopses because they can't like punch through a Grizzlebrand. Like you could put them to 1 and then they get back Grizzlebrand and then Ceratops is dead. On the play, this ain't it. Mulligan. Fuck. All right, this ain't it either. 5. Okay, this might be it. I'm going to put Rector and... Do I bottom Rector? Okay. This is actually tough. I'm keeping this hand for sure. I need both the lands. I need Explorer. Maybe I get rid of... Maybe I don't need Explorer. Is it possible to waste enough time here? Like, I really want the Macabre, and I want all the discard. And Rector has to go. Sorry, lady. And this would be a great mull to 6. Fuck my life. I could bottom the Forest and just bet on the deck to provide. All right, I'm doing that. Let's go. Fetching Bayou for Thoughtseize. We're going to kick it off with that. Bayou, Thoughtseize you. I see some Serenities over there. Serenity, Reanimate, Entomb. I'm going to strip the Entomb. Serenity is actually mega fucked. That breaks out of my Overwhelming Splendor. Damn. All right, I'm taking Entomb. But the Cabal Therapy lines up extremely well against the double Serenity hand. All right, time to draw a green or black source. We did it. Cabal Therapy, you. I'm going to name Serenity. Serenita. Respect my Serenita. And then I'm going to strip the Reanimate as well. And they're going to get some lands out of this probably, but that's fine. Yes, do I just get double white? I have double green already. There's no double black. There are double white cards in my deck, but white sucks when I'm not doing double white things. Like if I don't draw exactly Abolisher, but I think that is still the line. Okay, I'm getting double white. See how many basics they actually have. Oof, that's a lot. Taking Reanimate from their hand. Now their hand is Lotus Petal, Pluto Delta. They need to Entomb and Reanimate through a Fairy Macabre before I figure this out. Hardcast Grief would probably make me quit Magic right now. Ooh, I've got the Vapors. Can't cast it. I did not fetch double black, and that was a decision. There were more double white cards than double black cards in my deck. Okay, they found the Entomb. Do they also have the Reanimate at the ready? Was that their last 2 draw steps? Unreal. Exile, Grizzlebrand, and Entomb for good measure. Okay. We got through that wall. Now they need to Entomb and Reanimate again. So they've made it clear they're very good at doing that. Oh. Damn near killed her. I'm getting her into play. These are the beatdowns. They're on a 20-turn clock. If they reanimate a Archon, this dies immediately, and I get the Splendor. Maybe I get Convergence in this spot anyway. And I just need a sack outlet, which I play a bunch of. Okay, we're draw go. It would be a real shame to die with Academy Rector in play. Just never gets a chance to live. Drawing Sandworm Convergence sucks ass. That was my plan to win this game. Uh-oh, they're cracking a fetch land. They're doing it again. What are they doing for 4 mana in my end step? They're just thinning. Okay, deal. All right, deck. How about Cabal Therapy? Phyrexian Tower. I can cast a Vapors, and my opponent will have to time walk themselves to get through it. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to fetch the other Bayou. I'm good on white. I don't need scrub land here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Vapors. This is an easy time walk if they just want to kill this thing, but I'll take a 4 mana cycle at this point too. All right. They're just killing it immediately, giving me the next turn. Cavern on Human is coming down. I am very close to worming. mean, relative to where I was when I drew the worm. Tavern on human. 2 lands away. Which in this game could totally happen. Another cavern. Okay. Now land is a good draw. Hate spell is a good draw. There's a lot of good happening right now. Cavern on human again. What a preposterous game this has devolved into. I don't like those 6 cards in their hand. That's so fucking many. All right. Land is good. There's not a lot of bad draws in the deck at this point. That's one of the better ones. Okay. Wow, this lets me get Overwhelming Splendor and cast Sandworm Convergence. Oof. They're about to learn what I'm about. Okay, make black. Rector. Yes. Gonna get Overwhelming Splendor. Attach it to my opponent. Then also cast Worm Convergence. Bang. And if they... Oh, that's actually interesting. I was about to say, if they can get Sarah's Emissary into play and name enchantment, then the curse would fall off, but it wouldn't have that ability. So, no, it wouldn't. All right, we're in the convergence zone now. Let's go. This game will end pretty quickly from here, I think. In with my worm. Gonna play Veteran Explorer. How sick would it be if I just had 2 islands in my deck and I could sack Explorer at instant speed with Phyrexian Tower and then pay the black, blue for Mindbreak Trap? What a world. Okay, we navigated that one. That was the mull to 5. Now let's keep 7. How about that? That's what I want to do this game. Okay, Vapors, Rector, they're on the play. The only way I can catch up to them once they have a monster in play is by comboing out. Though, no, that's not even true. The Rector is good. Everything's good. We're good. Those Serenities were good. Yeah, that's what was good. Glad we were able to wipe them out. Yeah, Serenity is an awkward card because it destroys itself in the upkeep, which means you don't get to play it until the turn you need it. And I have a lot of discard that can check it in the meantime. I'm not sure if Veil is as good on the draw, but do I have something better? Like, do I just switch to an Assassin's Trophy? Probably not. All right, same deck. Let's go. Surgical Extraction and 2 protections. Is my opponent going to go? All right, I'm going to keep. It has Surgical and a plan. Let's go. Opponent's on 5. Let's hope that whatever they do ends up pants down to Surgical. Just land go from them. I love to see that. Just give me draw steps. All I want in Magic is draw steps. Holy shit. All right. Glad I left that Veil of Summer in. Now Veil can protect me from discard, which is their only real way to interact with Surgical. Now I hope they Thoughtseize me. Here's the Entomb. Dumping a Grizzle. I don't need to act now because I have this Busto Veil that can get through discard spells. Surgical Extraction. Targeting Grizzlebrand. Yoink. They have Faithless Looting, Reanimate in their hand. Take a look at this deck. Okay, the Show and Tells are out if they ever had them at all. 2 Serenities. Once the Grizzlebrands are gone, they have Archetype of Endurance, Archon of Cruelty, 4 Chancellors, and Emissary to win the game with. There's no Griefs in this build. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 6, 7. Oh, there's 2 Griefs. Never mind. They were hiding. All right. All right. Yeah, this is a pretty well-rounded version. And they have Wear Tears in now also. Okay. All right. Just got to hope this Faithless Looting bricks. They're waiting until they have more cards in their hand. That's smart. I'm going to fetch. I will take whatever slim percentage that Thinning offers me in this position. Fairy's Protection can start to tread water starting next turn. They can't Grizzlebrand, though, so even if they do hit on this Faithless Looting, in Emissaries... no, Archon's the scariest one. Okay, they discarded Animate Dead and Swamp. We're good, we're good. We got over the hump. Okay, now I can grab Teferi's Protection. I can protect myself as necessary. Another looting from hand. Okay. That's scary. Don't like it. Don't like it. Discarded 2 non-creatures again. Let's go. LFG. I'm going to take the Thinning again. There's no Brainstorms in this deck. I boarded out my Sylvan Libraries. Gonna grab Savannah here. That gives me double white if I need it. Do I know what's in their hand? Oh, Reanimate's in their hand. I can strip that at least. And this sets up my Rector for next turn. Reanimate, get that out. Reanimate, and a third looting. My goodness. Looting's a lot worse when you're not holding the Reanimate, though. And I think next turn I'm going to go straight for Sandworm Convergence. That's the one that pays me off the quickest, gets a creature into play. Starts winning this game. There's the looting. Discarded Unmask, also not a creature, and they're Hellbent. Okay, okay. Cavern on Human. Ooh, this is actually tricky. I could wait a turn and actually combo. Or I could just get Sandworm Convergence into play. I'm just going to Converge. I'm sure you all understand. The combo is fun, but Sandworm Convergence is more fun. Just get to work. And I get to name Abandon Hope with Cabal Therapy. God, that makes me so fucking happy every time it happens. The great thing about Abandon Hope is it's just alphabetically, until +2 Mace was printed, Abandon Hope was the first card alphabetically in Magic the Gathering, or at least in the Moto card pool. So it was just like the easiest thing to click because it was right there. And it's also the funniest thing to click because if you're naming Abandon Hope for your Cabal Therapy or your Pithing Needle or whatever, it probably just doesn't matter. And you get to tell your opponent to Abandon Hope. That makes it so funny. I'll never not think that's funny. You can judge me. I won't care. Ooh, they discarded 2 creatures this time, a Chancellor and an Archon. Or Archetype, not Archon. Uh-oh. That's actually really good. If they have an Animate spell to go with that, you know. No, that actually doesn't matter. Archetype sucks. It's a 6/5. It trades with my 5/5s. And Chancellor is a 5/6, but it can't attack and I can go wide around it. Yeah, those creatures suck. Don't matter. Yeah, they're continuing to loot. Discarded Lotus Petal and Bloodstained Mire. I'm going to keep clearing junk out of my deck. Just finding a Fairy Macabre or Surgical or just something here would just feel so good. Just really lock it up. But they are at 3, so Reanimate's off. And there's no Grizzlebrand. I can go wide. I guess if they get a Sarah's Emissary into play this turn, they can name Creature. And then I have to figure out how to deal with that thing before I can actually attack for damage, but they're not damaging me either. Or they're just flashing back the third looting. They don't have it. We're 4-0, fam. We have a trophy match coming up. Oh, the pressure. I'm on the play in the final round, playing for a trophy. I have Explorer, but no follow-up, no discard spell. Veil of Summer. I could just Veil of Summer. I'm actually going to keep this. I'm just going to play land, hold up Veil of Summer. There's nothing worse than running your Veteran Explorer into a Swords to Plowshares, and I'm going to hold on to this until I have a sack outlet. And if the Moto League experience holds up, Veil of Summer will probably just beat Tendrils on turn 1 here anyway. Wooded Foothills. That's not a card that's normally in decks. Oh, Burning Inquiry. Let's go. Basking Root Wallet. Oh, they discarded my Cabal Therapy for me. How generous. They probably have a hollow one coming. Or maybe they just don't. That would be great. Okay. I'm going to fetch because I don't want to draw more lands. One of my Bayous got milled already. Or drawn and discarded. Technically not a mill. This deck definitely has basic lands in it. Not sure how many and if I need to worry about it, though. Veteran Explorer. I think I want to name Angie's Ravager. Or I could just leave this in play as a blocker. Could name Lion's Eye Diamond. What are the cards I'm really worried about? Angie's Ravager is one of them. If they had Hollow One, it would have been in play already. Alright. I'm going to name Angie's Ravager. Oh, wait, no, I can't. Shit, because they get to search for 2 lands. Alright, well, I'll name Lion's Eye Diamond if they have 2 lands. I'll name Angie's Ravager if they don't. That's awkward. I also have Teferi's Protection, which can tread water against this deck. And this is definitely a deck that only deals damage. Okay, only 1 land. We're good for Angie's Ravager. Faithless Looting, 3 Burning Inquiries, and Vengevine. Wow. Okay. My hand is not going to be my hand starting next turn. Holy shit. Should have named Burning Inquiry. Who knew? I should probably just Teferi's Protection right away. They're looting first. That makes sense. That gives them some control over what the inquiries are going to do. Here's the first inquiry. I should probably just protect myself. Can I get Savannah? Yeah, I have double green, double black already, so here's the first white. All right, my hand can still move around, but at least I'm not taking damage this turn. Here we go. Protection and Abolisher. There's the Angie's Ravager that I tried to get rid of, but it showed up now. Holy shit. Their Burning Inquiry discarded 2 other Burning Inquiries and found them 2 Blazing Root Wallace. Well, I am glad that I cast Teferi's Protection this turn. They don't have Anger. That's good news. I guess it doesn't matter because they can't hurt me this turn anyway. And Ravager doesn't have haste naturally. All right, so I'm looking for an Academy Rector. That's the play. They're attacking me anyway, for good measure. Send a message. Cavern on Human seems fine. How much damage am I actually taking here? Can I take 1 hit? 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. And they're currently Hellbent. Yeah, I'm going to play Grand Abolisher and try to survive the turn. Any turn I can hold off on Teferi's Protection is another draw step. And I got to give myself a chance to rip the combo. Or a Rector. Flashback Looting. Yeah, Looting discarded Anger, so their stuff has haste now. But it didn't add to the board. I get to eat a Basking Root Walla. And I got to take the damage from everything else. They draw 3 fresh cards here. They can't pump this one. They didn't pump any of the others. That probably doesn't change the clock meaningfully. Cycled Wraith. Okay. Untapping. Veteran Explorer. Okay. That's a blocker. A pretty good one. 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shit, I'm still dead. Alright, I'm gonna have to protect this turn. Should have attacked for 2. It's not blocking. If they spend mana pre-combat like they did last game, then maybe I have a possibility of surviving this combat step. Angie's Ravager. Oh, the creatures all have haste. Never mind. No, I don't. Okay, Ravager trigger number 1, cast a second Root Walla. Ravager trigger number 2, cast another Root Walla. And there are not blocks that don't kill me here, so I'll block Vengevine and one of the Ravagers. 3, 4, 5, 6. They do have to pump. I can at least get them to commit another mana to this board before I protect. All right, they're pumping all the way in. I'm going to fetch for the Thinning, and then I'm going to protect. Goodbye. I don't think I have a draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pernicious Deed? Forest certainly wasn't it. Okay, I'm dead. Very dead. They didn't see anything important. They saw Nic Fit stuff and Grand Abolisher and Cavern on Human. I don't know how much they're going to figure out from that alone. Okay, what is the play now? Surgical Extraction, not actually. I mean, clipping Vengevines is a big deal. Fairy Macabre. Yeah, Vengevine and Anger are all things that I would like to keep off the board. Comboing them probably is going to be my way out. I don't think there's going to be time for Sylvan Library in this matchup. I don't actually care about their hand, but I do care about sack outlets. So Thoughtseize, on the play, Thoughtseize might be good though. If I can hit their Lion's Eye Diamond, that might be good. Splendor is fine, but it needs help. Like Splendor plus Curse of Death's Hold, like that's a combo that ends the game. Because all their things are 1/1s, and then they also are dead. They have more 1/1s than me, which means that just Splendoring them isn't good enough. I think Thoughtseize is going to come out. Could try to play to the board with trophies and decays. Doesn't sound great. I feel like I should just be trying to do the most powerful thing very quickly. Oh, Veil of Summer. Why are these still over here? Yeah, those can go out for sure. Bring a couple of trophies in. Drifting Ceratops is just a bigger creature than a lot of the things they have, but so is Sandworm Convergence. That's probably where I want to be with my life. There are starts where Mindbreak Trap is good against them, but there's also starts where it's terrible. Do I want 4 cards that are only good against Vengevine? Probably not. Surgical also hurts me. Do I want the 2 Thoughtseizes over the 2 Surgicals when I'm on the play? I think maybe I do. All right, I'm gonna do it this way. Try to clear the way for the combo and then combo. On the play, I can Therapy Lion's Eye Diamond. That's actually a really good start. And then I have a straight line to Rector. I'm keeping this. The Therapy, I'm going to get Scrubland because I need the white source. And then it's Lion's Eye Diamond or Burning Inquiry. I'm going to name Lion's Eye Diamond. How'd we do? We got one. And their hand is pretty medium without it. Street Wraith. That's one discard. Faithless Looting can discard the Root Wallet for free. Looting plus Wraith is a turn 1 hollow one. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Oh, fuck! They just ripped the other Lion's Eye Diamond. And Faithless Looting. Well, Looting makes the LED a little awkward. Because now hollow one's off the table. If they want to Ravage this turn. I guess that's not true. They just let that resolve. Cast hollow one, and then sack LED to cast Ravager. Alright, never mind. That's not how any of that works. Okay. Oh. What does that do for me? I think I need to Assassin's Trophy the Angie's Ravager, and then untap and do Rector-related shenanigans. Like, are they just gonna not LED? Oh, they just didn't LED. I like that too. Hey, they're cracking a fetch. Faithless Looting. Still can't cast Angie's Ravager without losing the LED. Discarded a Vengevine. It's a good one. Double Ravager. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, they sculpted that one up pretty well. And I can't counter or interact with this in any kind of way. Here comes Vengevine. I guess now the question is, do I just hit the Vengevine with my trophy? Save as much life as I can? Yeah, I think so. Right, I'm gonna get Bayou. Trophy this Vengevine. Let's put that away. Do they have another basic? We saw 2 last game, so there should be one more in the deck. There's one in the graveyard already. Ooh, they missed the pump. 2 free life. No! No, I needed that. I needed that in the deck. Okay, the plan now is Phyrexian Tower, Veteran Explorer, sack this for black. Yes. Make. Alright, I need a white land. I don't need a white land. I have one already. Okay, I do need a second one for next turn. White land, and I have a lot of black mana now. White and green. White and green. And then I can Rector, and then Therapy, get the Splendor, and then they just have a bunch of 1/1s. Overwhelming Splendor. Alright, I gotta beat these 1/1s. I get to name Abandon Hope because they're Hellbent. That's fun. Okay, they have a bunch of 1/1s, and I have a 2/2 next turn that can brick their offense. The Vengevine can return as a 1/1. It still has abilities when it's in the graveyard. Faithless Looting on the flashback. Yeah, they don't. The creatures aren't creatures until they're in play. They're just creature cards. So they still have abilities like Madness and Vengevine trigger from the graveyard ability kind of stuff. If I draw the Curse of Death's Hold, I can hardcast it. Phyrexian Tower is a legend. Let's not play that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm 1 mana short of converging next turn. But now they're actually in the Abyss. If they're going to be attacking me, I can start eating creatures and absorbing damage. But I hope they don't have enchantment removal. Flashing back Looting again. If they don't have enchantment removal now, they'll definitely have it next game. Okay, they discarded 2 things that don't have abilities from the graveyard. No Rootwalla kind of stuff. This Grand Abolisher is living up to its art right now. Look at this goalie-ass motherfucker. He's just like, nope, you're not getting through. And the opponent agrees. Okay. That was wild and stressful. Now I'm on the draw. I think Thoughtseize is basically indefensible. Surgical Extraction will look like a genius if they have a Vengevine line, and it'll look so bad if they don't. The trophy was pretty good. But on the draw, maybe I just need to take the pressure off Vengevine at any cost, even if that cost is playing for shitty cards in my deck. These could be Mind Break traps on the draw. Though that doesn't help against Vengevine, because, like, they Faithless Looting, or, like, Burning Inquiry or whatever, and then discard Vengevine and 2 creatures, and the 2 creatures trigger whether they resolve or not. They still get the Vengevine, which is the thing I'm actually scared of. Yeah, this is tough. It's between the 3rd trophy and the 2nd surgical. Basically deciding, like, do I think I'm going to get into a mid-game where a trophy is good, or do I want to survive to the mid-game where surgical helps with that? And I think I need to survive to the mid-game is the answer to that question. Okay, in we go. Teferi Macabre actually has secret flavor text in this matchup of 2/2 body, because we saw last game a 2/2 body is maybe all it takes once Splendor's in play. This hand is not defensible. No ramp, no disruption. This deed is not going to come down anywhere near close to in time. Gotta mulligan this. All right, I have Macabre and Curse of Death's Hold in the hand. I'm keeping this and bottoming Lethal Vapors. Bottom Vapors. Opponent also kept 6. Oh, Leyline. That's really bad for me. Good thing I have Trophy in my hand. Okay, let's see how this goes. Yeah, because Rector is a dies trigger, and it doesn't die if there is a Leyline in play. It gets exiled. Let's hope they kept kind of a slow hand on the strength of Leyline. That's what I'm rooting for here. Discarded Anger and Looting. Okay, this is kind of a slow start. All right, let's get this fetch land into play. Veteran Explorer is also a dies trigger, by the way. Like, Leyline is really good against Nic Fit decks for that reason. But I have my answer. I just gotta hope that... Oh my god, yes. Just didn't do anything for 2 turns. Get to remove this Leyline, which does let them ramp. Both of their basics are still in the deck. Cycling Hollow One. Fuck yeah. That's what I want to see out of my Hollow One deck opponent. Time to just hardcast Angie's Ravager, because that's also really bad for me. Because we know their hand isn't good. Oh, that's great. That's fine. Flashback looting all day. Okay, they have 1 Rootwalla, and they found a Vengevine. I have Macabre for Vengevine, so this isn't really scary. Right, the Hollow One is scary, but Macabre can get rid of Vengevine and Anger. So they have 5 power in play. I'm going to fetch for my Bayou here. Trophy this Leyline. Unlock my shit. I would love to draw Veteran Explorer right now. That would be the draw. Cavern on Human is pretty good too. Cavern on Human. Okay, if I can get this Rector into play, then attacking becomes a dubious proposition for them. Oh, this is so close. My heartbeat is through my chest right now. Just gotta hope their hand isn't good. They have 4 mana now. They could hardcast Leyline. Fuck, please don't do that. Just pass the turn. Nothing, nothing. No, no, not that. I told you not that, specifically. Okay, I'm gonna play Rector. That Leyline is really good. Curse of Death's Hold is good too. I'm gonna have to get scrappy here. I can't block this turn. I'm gonna take 7. Go to 7. The Curse will kill Rootwalla outright, and any subsequent Rootwallas. It'll shrink Hollow One. There is another trophy in my deck. Alright, curse them. Alright, Rootwalla's dead. Hollow One's a 3/3. I'm not ready to attack with my Rectors yet. Yeah, what am I gonna do here? Oh, fuck. They had a Ravager. Yeah, now they get to reload in the end step. It's a 2/2. It survives. I think the trophy dream dies here, fam. Wait, they had 2 Ravagers? That was the last 2 cards in your hand was 2 Ravagers? Okay. Well, I'm at 3. Lion's Eye Diamond. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they can just present lethal right now, so I have to block. Oh, my life is pain. That second Leyline from the hand. Rootwalla dies immediately. That'll show you. And chump block because I have to. I'm 1 mana short of... Even if I draw a trophy. Oh, Burning Inquiry is probably helpful for me because my hand sucks. Abolisher can chump for another turn. Rootwalla dies again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is not enough mana to hardcast Splendor, not even close. All right, we're burning again. Cabal Therapy and Surgical. My hand keeps getting worse. All right. And they can still flashback looting again, though I don't think that's actually good. Rector number 3. Yep, the ley line, the second ley line, the trophy dream is dead. GG's opponent. They had a smart sideboard plan, and then they had the presence of mind to slow roll a second ley line. 4-1, pretty strong though, and we were the second wave of sideboard away from being 5-0. That Rector, she would have splendored them. We had the curse. It was there. You all saw it. It was so close. Ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary viewers, that was a 4-1. A hair away from 5-0 with Teferi Vacation. This deck rules. I love playing it every time I'm asked to. I think we did it justice on its anniversary here. We comboed with Lethal Vapors. We comboed with Overwhelming Splendor and Sandworm Convergence. We beat down with Shifting Ceratops. We had some cool Pernicious Deed turns. Like this did everything it was supposed to do. I think I used every single card in the deck at least once. And that's where you want to be when you build a deck. No wasted space. Playing against 5 combo decks in a row. Welcome to the Moto Leagues. You could argue that the Madness deck is an aggro deck and not a combo deck, but in the Legacy card pool, those lines blur very quickly. Awesome league. So much fun. I hope you all had fun watching this. This deck means a lot to me. This league means a lot to me. The support of all of you means a lot to me. Thank you all for watching. Happy New Year. Happy birthday, Teferi. I will see you next time.